Well, good afternoon. My name is Tony Belford, and I'm doing my Lean Six Sigma final presentation. I apologize, I've got a cough drop. I'm glad I'm doing this on the computer, not in person. The last week's been kind of tough. So anyhow, I want to start off by saying this program has been amazing for me to learn different waste tools, and the different documents that I use throughout the 8 modules were just amazing, as I'm just so used to using Excel. And I know that this ain't over for me, as I'm going to continue to use it in my everyday job, and continue to practice them and work at them and try to efficientize and do better in the jobs that I'm doing currently, which I'm in the operations field, always looking to eliminate waste and make things more efficient. Starting off, I wanted to do the final on the lean sandwich shop, and just to kind of read through some of the stuff and the data that was on them. Lean Sandwich Shop is a new venture in the fast and casual dining industry that has struggled since launch. This restaurant holds strategic value as it is the first in a large city located downtown in a busy commerce district. If the restaurant does not experience a rapid turnaround, its poor reputation may impact the opportunity for additional sites. Some of the waste identified in the Lean Sandwich Shop has been experiencing quality and productivity issues. Approximately 10% of the sandwiches receive complaints, equaling waste. They fall behind on the orders throughout the day, and they have high operational costs due to large amounts of expired food causing scrap. What I did was I went into the cost of quality worksheet and identified exactly the waste and my target reduction and the goals that I've identified on the right. But basically, you can see that the sandwich costs me $5. The service to talk with customers about the problems matter about 50 cents a sandwich. Identifying total cost at $5.50 will be after the total outages a year. You can see I've identified $120,000 and $120 as my annual failure cost. I want to achieve a 90% reduction in this, as I think I'm shooting high, but it's definitely capable after I identify a couple ways that I can do this. My target reduction, as you can see, is $108,108, or 90% of that. Couple things I'm going to take a look at are the number of employees that I have and see if there's any way to make this a little more efficient. Take a look at the process and fix it so that there's less scrap of the sandwiches. And let's see how we can do this. First, though, to take a look at the critical to quality tree of the Lean Sandwich Shop operation, you can see start to finish, there's about 600 seconds or 10 minutes per sandwich from beginning to end. Employees are positioned at every station and waiting on each other, causing some to hurry, others to wait. But you can see that some take 165 seconds, like the toasting sandwich and that whole process, and some are only 15 seconds receiving the order. So there's a big parity in the amount of time needed for each. So there's got to be some advantages to this and making it more efficient. I first started with a standardized work chart on this, kind of plotting the 600 seconds it takes for it to start from start to finish. Take a look at the work chart to the right, and the parity in 120 seconds versus 15 seconds, and 90, 100, 165, 60, and 30. And in my mind, I took a look at employee per station at the 7 employees, and I thought, at the amount of time spent on this, are they going too slow? Do they need more training? There are people obviously waiting on others to complete their station. Is there a way that I can take advantage of this? So I decided to make changes in the organization after looking at it. To make things more efficient, I decided to spend time training the employees that I thought could speed up and complete the tasks. I analyzed the positions and the work balance table to be more efficient. Along with analyzing the positions, one thing that I inputted in on each station on the ingredients particular was to add cups measurements and stuff, so that people aren't winging the amount of toppings they put and second guessing and thinking and doing it their own way per se. And instead, we've decided to do it more factual on the amount of toppings and ways that we're building the sandwich. I looked at the employee base and the efficiencies and abilities there, ones that can run my new program and system. And I decided at the end of the day, I needed to go after a better workforce. to accomplish the goals that I wanted, not only eliminating waste, but obviously making money for the business. For this, I built a model that I raised the hiring rate to $18 per hour. I hired some experienced workers to fill some key positions, which enabled me to speed the process up, and in the end was able to cut 90% as I was hoping for. First, getting back though to the work balance table and me making this more efficient the Lean Sigma way, I went from 7 employees per station to 5 employees, cutting 2, eliminating the labor, obviously. So not only eliminating waste and labor, but also making it more efficient. And you can see how I cut down in half the times with more experienced workers and more training, so that I was able to do it with only 5 employees now instead of 7. If you can see, I went from 7 workstations to 5 workstations, with the end of it, 2 employees going back and forth on those last 3 tasks. In doing this, I was able to complete the sandwich in less time and double the amount that I'm completing, and also eliminating the waste that I originally mentioned, and also producing a 90% cut in that. When I take a look at the financial benefits to the program that I put in here, I assessed 108,108 target reduction waste, which I achieved. I take a look at the old employee spend that I had at $15 an hour, and the new employee spend at 18, and the cut of 2 employees. And the total waste savings I had was 162,000, now it's 708. The total impact to the right is the pre-implementation on how many sandwiches are made a year, and the post-implementation enabling me to double my sandwiches per day and double my sandwiches per year, bringing in more revenue, obviously. And so with the additional revenue and the total waste, I was able to actually make $2,346,708 more for the business. Great business, great changes, great processes put in place, and obviously training up front. The end goal in all this was, by providing better training for current staff, onboarding faster, experienced staff, and instituting a more efficient process, the Lean Sigma way, to make the sandwiches, we were able to eliminate the waste, make more sandwiches per day, and obviously we're happy. But this attributed to savings and more money generated. Again, I just want to say that I'm very appreciative of this program. I'm learning every day, and I'm going to continue into it. Looking forward to feedback and the next program. Thank you very much for watching.